So, it's Jason. Hope you're all doing well, baseball fans. My last video, and you'll see it in the description down below, I went over the 5 most beloved baseball teams in Major League Baseball. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Let me know what you think of my list. Today I want to go over the 5 most hated teams in baseball. You'll see a lot of the usual suspects. You might be surprised by one or maybe two. But here's my list, okay? And by the way, if you're a baseball fan, this channel's for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification next to it. Got a lot of great videos, and you're not going to want to miss the ones that I have coming up. And so, with that, let's get to the list. Number 5, the owner the Miami Marlins, okay? Jeffrey Loria is just a puzzling owner. They've won 2 World Series, and I think it was 1997, maybe 2003. And then Loria just gutted the franchise and kind of rebuilt things. And then, of course, the years, they had Giancarlo Stanton, they had the late Jose Fernandez, they had Christian Yelich. They had a bunch of really good players, and then he keeps getting rid of them and trading them and so on and so forth. And ever since Derek Jeter's taken over, the beloved Yankee player Derek Jeter, who's the not-so-beloved part Marlins owner, we really don't know what direction they're headed. But, it's a team I like to root for because Don Mattingly's the manager, and he's one of my favorite Yankees of all time. And I do think he does a good job over there, and I hope that he gets an opportunity to lead them to the playoffs. I really do, but because of that owner, Jeffrey Loria, the team is just one of the most hated teams in baseball. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Okay, number 4, the Boston Red Sox. Even though they've won several World Series, about 3 in the last decade or so. Since 2004, I think it was 2004, 2007, I don't remember what other year it was, 2014 maybe. But they've won at least 3 World Series over the past 2 decades, and after not winning one for over 86 years. But first of all, they've had a couple of steroid guys, David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez on there, and then they had Curt Schilling on there. Even though Curt Schilling was a gamer, a postseason performer, he's also a racist nut job. It's one of the reasons that I particularly are kind of one reason I don't really care for them. Now they have great, knowledgeable, passionate fans. You got to give them that, in a beloved stadium, and their team is beloved by their home fans. But they're kind of universally disliked across the board. Not as much as the 3 teams I have ahead of them, but they're kind of universally disliked. And personally, I can't stand Sweet Caroline every game. So, no. Just like I can't stand the Eagles song when I go to a Philadelphia Eagles game. Fly, Eagles, fly. Ugh, that just shoot me, please. Okay. Anyway, that's number 4. Number 3, the LA Dodgers. This is a team that a lot of folks are under the impression that they're buying. And don't get me wrong, they have wealthy owners with Magic Johnson and all these other players. They've invested a lot of money, so their payrolls are ridiculous. They actually have the highest payroll in baseball, or did for a couple years until they got down. They brought in Andrew Friedman, some of these other folks from the Tampa Bay Rays who are kind of making it a little bit more, more efficient investments in that franchise. But that being said, they're the team in the National League who, is considered one that buys or trying to buy their championship. They just traded for Mookie Betts and David Price, Clayton Kershaw there. They have a star-studded lineup. There's no doubt about it. But then again, they have resources that a lot of other teams do not in a big market. So that's one reason a lot of other franchises are not fans of the LA Dodgers. So, and making it to the World Series a couple times and not making it, I know it frustrates their base, but it also, a lot of other non-Dodger fans really enjoy that. They relish in that. But they're number 3 on my list. Number 2 is my team, the New York Yankees. They're essentially the American League version of the Dodgers. A lot of folks are under the impression that the Yankees buy their championships. Now they're not unlike any other team. They still have to play 162 games. They still have guys that get hurt. Luis Severino, Tommy John, Aaron Hicks, Tommy John. They have like 30 guys. But they are in a position to afford being able to bring in a big player at the trade deadline or something like that. Whereas teams like the Marlins are not. Teams like the Brewers are really not. So I can see them being the envy of a lot of people, but I can also see them being the bane of a lot of people's existence. do have the most World Series championships in history, at 27 titles. So it kind of, it makes them universally hated. But they're also well run, and that's another thing that people hate hearing. They invest in their team, in their product. Okay, and that's one reason they're so successful. Like the Cardinals, like the Dodgers, like the Red Sox, and like a lot of these other folks. That's why they're kind of in a position to win more championships, or championships more frequently, because even though they're in a high market and things are ridiculously expensive in New York, they're reinvesting into their product. So, and that's also a formula for success. But I can definitely see them universally hated across the board. So people love to hate the Yankees. I get it. I totally get it. And number one on my list is the new world champion cheaters, Houston Astros. Okay, they essentially have gone from one of the more beloved teams to one of the most hated teams in a very short period of time. Particularly not only because of what they did, but because of how they treated it and how they downplayed it and how they responded to people. Okay, yeah, they were busted and they were outed by their other players and so on. But the fact that these, from Jose Altuve to Bregman to even Justin Verlander, like guys that have been universally respected across baseball, they were complete a-holes, talking to the media and just downplaying and just acting like nothing happened. It's so arrogant about it. So to me, they went from one of the more beloved teams to the most hated team in Major League Baseball. And this is a 2020 list, okay? That's why, okay? They're still a talented team. We'll see. I think they're going to struggle this year a little bit dealing with this stuff. But, and I hate the fact that if we have a shortened season, people are not going to serve their entire suspension, because it's not going to roll over into 2021, even if they've already announced that. And that includes Domingo Germán from the Yankees. I think he should serve his full 80 games as a Yankee fan. But it looks like with a shortened season, these guys are going to get a break, which sucks. But anyway, the Houston Astros are number one on my list. Let me know what you think of this list. If you have feedback of your own comments, put them in the comments down below. As you know, I like to respond to everybody. I like to have a dialogue with all my viewers. I learn from you guys and gals as much as you'll learn from me. And again, if you don't plan on watching all my videos, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would love your support. It's just going to help me grow my channel, which is what I want to continue to do. But if you want to watch the videos, hit that notification button. And not only you have a backlog of videos to enjoy, you won't miss any of the ones I'm going to be putting out moving forward. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you next time.